Currently, millions of people in the United States are living from one paycheck to the other with their current salary. That is lots of people, and it can be avoided. And that's actually what motivated me to do this video. My name is Kenneth Boardman. I'm a current CFO of a health clinic. So how can we avoid that? There are so many reasons and so many ways we can avoid living from one paycheck to the other. It doesn't actually matter how much you are making. A lot of people complain, well, they are making not much money. But the number one principle is to live within your means. If you know you're making less money, the basic and simple thing to do is to reduce cost. Don't try to buy something that you don't have money for. Very important. It's very simple. Don't get involved in car notes that will give you lots of stress and will put you in debt. So what you need to do is to look at how much you make. Write down the expenses that you have for the month, including your car notes, your mortgage if you have a home, and start removing things you don't need. Don't try to live according to your neighbor or your friends. Always live within your means. Very important. So what you need to do is to write down all the expenses, all the things you spend on in a month. Look at how much you make and subtract your expenses from your income. Then, if your expenses is more than your income, that is a sign that you're in trouble. So, for example, if you lose that job, what do? You go crazy? Or what do? So, it's very important to start now. Look at all your expenses and look at areas that you can cut. Let's say, for example, you have a car note of $350 a month. That's an average car note. What you need to do is to find out how you can trade in that car and find another car that will reduce your car note to 150 or 180. That's one of the things you need to do. And remember, if you love that car, always remember that when things start to get better, let's say you find a new job, you can always buy a car. You can always buy a better car. But the first thing you need to do is to reduce your cost. If you are shopping in alley stores, making grocery shopping in alley stores, you need to change. Start buying things either in Costco, Walmart, and some of the stores that their expenses or their costs are a bit lower. These are some of the things that you need to do. 1, reduce your car note. Most of the time, you cannot reduce your mortgage except if you refinance. But let's start with this, because it will take a bit of process trying to refinance and to reduce their payment. So let's look into things, quick things that you can resolve. Car note, grocery shopping. If you are eating out, for example, eating in restaurants, I will advise you to stop that and start cooking. You might say you don't know how to cook. There are so many videos right now in YouTube and many other places you can learn how to cook. You can start small, learning how to make spaghetti, rice, or whatever that you, fruits, or whatever that you like to cook, or steak. You can just make steak, put in the oven, put your seasoning. There's nothing into it. You start learning how to cook, not eating out. Very important. These are some of the measures you need to take to be able to reduce your cost. And when you get to a point that your cost is lower than your revenue, then you are progressing. You're doing well. These measures, I guarantee you, it's not difficult. I've done it before myself. You know, reducing how much I spend in grocery, restaurant, traveling, and things that I buy. I like nice suits. I reduce buying those suits. I spent probably a year and a half without buying any suit. I used to buy suits probably every 2 months or every month. I stopped. So there are so many ways you can reduce costs. And always remember that those measures are not permanent. These are things that you need to do at a particular time to reduce your cost. And another option, there are so many options. You can start looking for a job that they pay you more. That is another option. But even if you find a job that pays you more, and you are used to spending more and going out, buying brand name items, nice cars, you will end up in the same situation. So it's much better to develop that discipline. Being able to have that mindset of living within your means. Very important. When you develop that mindset, even when you make millions, or let's say, for example, you get a new job, or you get an increase of additional 20,000 in your salary, or 30,000. If you don't have that discipline, you will continue to make those mistakes over and over and over. So the most important thing is to develop that discipline to resist those things that are adding to your cost. One, look into your mortgage. See whether there's area, because there are some areas that you can look into. For example, your mortgage. You can refinance, but I always recommend not to take that action. That will not be the first action. There are little other things that you can do. For example, car notes, clothing, going out to eat, buying expensive shoes, Nike and all those stuff. These are some of the little things you can do. So reduce your cost and make sure that you are living within your means. Don't try to do things because other people are doing, or your friends or families are doing the same, are spending more, buying nice cars. Then you feel like you need to keep up with them. You don't need to. It's your life. It's your destiny. It's your success. I believe that you can your revenue can surpass your cost. You just need to do these little things. And again, you can also look for a new job. One other thing that you need to do to help you, every month, even if it's $30 or $40, you can put away some in the savings or whatever you want to put the savings. Try to save money every month. Don't try to live month to month without no savings. Remember, you never know, things can happen. During emergency, you can utilize those savings and be able to solve those problems. So I would like to conclude to let you know, if I can do it, you can do it. There's nothing into it. It's just bringing pen, piece of paper, writing down your expenses, write down the income that you make, and try to reduce the cost of your expenses so that you can become profitable. That's all you need to do. And I know you can do it. Many people are doing it. You can do it, and I wish you the best. Thank you for listening. Please tune in and watch other videos in my channel. There are so many different videos, different whether financial or non-financial videos that I make. Have a wonderful evening or have a wonderful day.